Hi, I'm Michael Topham, Technical Writer for Digital Photo. Welcome to this Elements video lesson, which is focusing on adding simple borders and text to your favourite photographs. This technique will also work for those who are using Photoshop. Simple borders and text are really easy to apply, and they can transform the way your photographs appear on the page. With this video lesson, I will be enhancing a photograph, turning it from looking rather bland on a page into a portfolio masterpiece. Okay then, let's give our photographs a border and some simple text. I've started by opening the photograph that I want to add the border and text to in Elements. We're going to create a new document now by going to File, to New, and across to Blank File. Now we want to choose the A4 from the preset there, so we choose A4. Check that your resolution is at 300 and your colour mode is set to RGB. Give that a click OK, and you'll notice how your new document appears on your screen. Using the Move tool from the toolbox here, selected at the top, I'm going to drag this new photograph into this new document by simply holding it down and dragging it across. By releasing it, it should implant it into this new document, just like that. Now you can close your original photograph, and we can concentrate on the main A4 page that we've created. Ensuring this new layer is highlighted in the Layers palette, we're going to hit Ctrl-T on the keyboard to enter free transform mode. I'm now just going to drag the image slightly more centrally so we see a little bit more of it. And by holding down the Alt key on the keyboard and dragging this bottom bounding box inwards, I'm keeping the image in proportion. Centrally line up your photograph and then hit enter. Now that I'm happy with the width of my white surround, I can add my simple border. You may have tried adding borders with guidelines and then using the rectangle tool, but this can take a lot of time and is not as accurate as the technique I'm about to show you. Just double check again that you're still highlighted on layer 1, and then we're going to go to Edit and down to Stroke Outline Selection. Give that a click. Up comes your stroke box. Select a suitable width of border. For this image I want a crisp, thin black border, so I'm going to use it with a width of 12 pixels. Choose an appropriate colour for your border, and you can always use the eyedropper by double clicking on the colour and then using the eyedropper here to select the colour of your border. I think black's going to work best with this image, so I'm just going to choose black and hit OK. Then you just want to make sure with the location that you choose inside, and with blending mode just choose normal and opacity at 100%. Once that is all set, click OK. You will now notice how your border has appeared around your photograph, and it's all equal width around the whole of the image. Look at that. Now that I've added my border, I'm going to add some text. Using the horizontal type tool, selected here on the left hand side from the toolbox, I'm going to click just simply once underneath the image. Select an appropriate font from the options bar here. Take your time going through a font that really suits the style of your work. You can also change the colour of your font in the options bar by double clicking on your colour. This will bring up a colour picker, and then you can use the eyedropper to select a colour from the actual image. Now I'm going to use a nice dark colour from the foreground here, which looks appropriate for the job. Click OK once you're pleased with your colour. Now it's time to type in your appropriate chosen message. Using the Move tool from the toolbox, I can move this text, making sure it's selected still in the Layers palette, to wherever I want to put it. And I'm really happy with something like that. Excellent. So what if you're not entirely convinced by this white surround with the black border? Well, let's try an alternative with black surrounds. With the earlier white surround and black border photograph still open, I'm firstly going to change my text colour to a lighter colour. Now to do this, we need to make sure our text layer is actually selected, and then using the horizontal text type tool again, there we go, make sure it's selected, click inside the text and then highlight it all. Once it's highlighted, go up to the colour again, double click on this which brings up the colour picker, and then choose a much lighter colour. On this example I'm going to use a nice light colour from the sky there. Click OK once you've chosen your lighter colour. Now we need to click off our text layer and onto our background layer. Making sure our background layer is now selected, we need to go to Edit and down to Fill Layer. Then we need to make sure our contents is set to black here, and same with the blending mode, make sure that's set to normal and opacity 100. Click OK when all these settings have been set, and there we go, you'll notice how your background there has now been filled. We now need to select the image layer, not the background layer, so we now come onto the image layer, click that layer, and we're going to go through the same stroke process as earlier. So now we're going to go to Edit, and down to Stroke Outline Selection, give that a click, Now we're going to choose the colour again. Now with this image, I think a nice white crisp border will suit it well. So I'm going to choose a nice clean white in the colour picker there. Click OK. Make sure you've got the same width there, which is 12 pixels. And under location again, make sure you choose inside. Click OK once all those are set. And you'll notice how you stroked it around the image then. You've now got your nice clean white border. Finally, you're ready to go to Layer and flatten the image. And that's it. A couple of minutes is all it takes to transform this photograph into a portfolio masterpiece ready for printing. Why don't you give it a go on your images and see what you think? Thanks for watching this borders and text video lesson, and I hope to see you again soon.